Hello, 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 hello. Here we are. I think we're up and running. Thank you very much, Facebook. I'm saying thank you in advance. Let me see. At the moment, it's not coming up, but I'm sure it is for you. All I'm getting is other bits and pieces and not mine. So let's have a look again in that way and see. There we are. Got it. We're there. Right. Morning, afternoon all, morning all. Get in there quick. Morning all. Welcome to Tune In Tuesday. Welcome to Tune In Live with Ali on a Tuesday. Today, I want to talk about. Sorry, let's get some lights going. It's a bit dark in here. Today I want to talk to you about pricing, and how you feel about your pricing. Pricing is probably one, closing my arms a lot as I talk about pricing. Pricing is probably one of those that you may be feeling uncomfortable with, having blocks with. Might be one of those that you perfectly don't have a problem with at all. But most therapists I talk to, when we have a look at their pricing, or when I chat to them about pricing, they say to me, "Yes, Ali, I know, I've got to put it up." But it's one of those uncomfortable things. If you're new to the group and you're new to this Tune In Tuesday and wonder what it's all about, hi, my name's Ali Brown, Alison Brown or Ali Brown. I'm a therapist, mentor and trainer. So I have over 20 years experience of running my own therapy business, and in here and on Ali's Therapy Academy, I share help and know-how and knowledge on running your own therapy business, plus motivation, plus mindset, and all the things that you need in place to work on your business. So as I said, we're talking about pricing. Pricing's a tough subject anyway, but I think it's even worse now while we've got the living crisis. And I've got it, you know, when I do my own when I go for my own massage with my therapist, and I say to her, I normally have a half hour, 45 minutes back neck and shoulder massage. And last week I had an hour because I had problems with my leg coming back from holiday, if you know, my camping trip. And I said, "How much is it for a massage, Deb, for the hour?" And she said the price, and I sort of looked and I went, "What? That's 35, that's 45 minutes. No, that's for an hour." "I know, well, I got to put my prices up." And off she went because she knew I'd start. So it's one of those subjects that just, it makes therapists feel uncomfortable. We all work from a place of love. We all work from our heart. We all work to help people. And I know of other therapists that do more than their hour. That they'll do more because they want to help people. They want to make feel better, which is great, and I have no problem with that. But you also have to value your worth. And again, just talking about this, the last 10 years I've been running Ali's Therapy Academy, we've covered and we've talked about pricing. And, there's different ways of thoughts of looking at this. The one way is just looking at what everybody else is charging around. That's what most people do, is look at what everybody else is charging in the area and go and meet sort of like the middle ground. Don't do the cheapest, don't do the most expensive, hit the middle ground. That's one way of going about it. Another way of going about it is actually breaking it down, how much it costs you to work. How much do you want to be paid at the end of it, is how, working out what it costs you to electric, if you're working from home, all right, you haven't got to cover rent costs and whatever, but put that in, as part of your mortgage. What would your rent rates be? £50 a day for the room. What would it be? So have a look at that, break it all down. Water costs, rent costs, electric costs, product use costs, washing costs, towel costs, etc., etc. Plus what do you want to get paid by the hour, and you put all that in, and you can probably work out how many hours you want to work in a week, how many hours you want to work in a day, how many holidays you want in the year. You nearly really nail it down to how much you need to earn per hour. If you want to earn so much a year, and you want to earn someone, you want to work so many hours a year, you want so many holidays a year, you need so many clients, well, you've got to earn this much to cover your costs, you want to earn so much money as well, and how much do you want to get paid a year, so that should then work out your costs from there. So that's another way of working at it. You're also looking at your ideal client. If you are catering for people that I'm not saying voluntary or charity or whatever, but if you're looking for people, almost that, not saying that you're working for donations, but you are helping those out that are struggling, then that's what your costing will be. If you're working for an affluent area, that's what your costings, your pricings would be. If you're looking at a complete niche market, again, that would what would be your costs would be. So you look at the different things that you're doing and that you're working. But also, let me just make sure, because I said the other week I had comments come up, and I'd be interested to know, you may not want to be honest and open with me in how you pick your... See, there's a comment. No, I don't want to hear me, thank you. But there's a comment come up already and I can't see it. Oh, morning Jill. See, didn't come up on my comments. Morning Jill, morning Holly. So, like I said, there's different ways that you can look at your pricing and see what you know, how you can work out your costs. Again, affluent area, who your ideal clients are. Again, you can look at all of those aspects. Don't just go for the cheapest. Regularly review it, regularly look at it, and regularly you know, do a price increase. Not doing it every 3 years or every 5 years, because then when you put a price increase of, say, like £5 or whatever, that's really gonna jump the mark. So, you know, you put in the, whatever it is, you put your prices up. So whether you want to do it £1 a year or whatever, look at it, but start getting your clients used to you, that you're running a proper business. Your prices aren't going to go up like the food's gone up or like the electricity's gone up, but don't forget, those things have gone up. Electricity's gone up, so it's gone up for you, hiring you, you know, warming up your room. If you've got you know, a landlord, they've probably put your prices up there with your landlord. But if you're, you know, if your landlord is your husband, or, you know, it's the joint mortgage, then your cost will have gone up. Your mortgage may have gone up. Your council tax has gone up. Your water rates have gone up. Your electric's gone up. So that's got to figure into your own costs at your own, you know, in your own home. So don't negate that. Don't forget that when you're doing your own pricing. But also I want you to look at it again, because it can feel uncomfortable with your price rises. Because again, we just want to help people. Well, what you earn also keeps a roof over your head. What you earn also feeds the family. Now, please don't tell me, oh, well, it's all right, my husband, you know, covers all of that, I'm fine, what I'm earning is pocket money. We'd all like to be like doing that earns pocket money. My money doesn't cover the roof over my head or feeds my family, but it pays for the car that we've got. I now can have a nice car and not a car that's 10 years old. My car is 13 years old now, but it's still in flipping good nick, and I'm going to get another one in the next 2 or 3 years. We had this car from brand new. We've had it 13 years because it goes camping. So, you know, we don't need a nice brand new car to go camping with. That's what's going to get looked at in a couple of years' time. But everyone has the things for the different reasons. Whether it's the money's paying for the luxuries, whether the money's paying for Sky TV, whether the money's paying, for the food for you to eat, whether the money's with the money, you know, whether it's paying for the holidays, whether it's paying for Airbnbs, whether it's paying for you to invest in more training, whether it pays for you to go off and have business retreats. It pays for me certainly to go off and have my business retreat where I can rent a cottage for you know, my business retreat. I rent an Airbnb and I go off for a couple of days and I can work on my business and catch up and see other therapists. So I'm doing my business retreat but also earning money as well by seeing other therapists at the time while I'm in that area. With many paying by card, you can put it up in different increments. Yeah, Joe, definitely. You can certainly do it that way. And again, all those, you know, card payments, etc., the software, computer stuff, different things that you're paying there, that will all go up as well. So there's all things to be acknowledged. You know, you may be having your accountant or bookkeeper costs may have gone out. Your IT, whether who's hosting your website or whatever, may have gone up. So all these things have to be brought into consideration, reviewing it every month so that you can see whether your costs per month have gone up, what you have to pay out. So you have to look at then at what you're earning. It may be that you don't want a pay rise, but it might be that your costs have gone up to what you have to pay up. Your expenses have gone up. So do think of all those when you're looking at it. And also it's in the mindset. Valuing your worth. It's so easy that we just want to give our treatments away. And for those, please don't get me wrong, for those that volunteer, for those that do charity work, etc., I admire you immensely. There's nothing in that. If whatever, you know, what you're doing and giving your time in there is immense. But some therapists work and earn the money. Some therapists don't have a problem with money at all, and it is all about the money. And good luck to them. That's fine. They have their blocks and everything solved. Some of us still have to work through it, and it's that mindset. It's working through that and valuing our worth. Valuing the time we give, because remember, it's cost us not only the money to train, but it's also cost us the time to research, to gain the experience, to do the case studies, etc., etc. That all costs time. So that's why it's valuing yourself, valuing the training, valuing the investing. Again, I've had academy members within my academy and they say, oh, so I'm giving up my membership, Al, because I haven't got time to go through the work. But then they still struggle in business. You're paying to invest in time here, even with the academy. You're paying investing in time here now to be on this Tune In Tuesday with me. It's all investment of time, it's investment of money, and these are the things that you have to consider when you're looking at your prices. The time that you invest in working on your business, so the planning, the research you do for your clients, it's all time that you spend, and you look at that whether you're doing that freely or whether you're putting some cost on it. You don't have to tell them that, oh right, I'm charging you for researching that time. It all comes in within the cost of your treatments. And you may be looking at it now and you may be saying to yourself, right, well, the cost of living crisis, people are struggling, I'm going to lower my prices, or I'm going to start giving offers. I want you to stop and think about it a minute. You know your clients better than me, okay? I know my clients. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I'm not going to put my prices up because it's not fair on my clients. Oh, message from, see, nothing's coming up on here. Holly, I find it difficult to increase prices as, like you say, you want to help people, but this year I've stood strong and valued my worth. I've also reduced doing 60 minutes and now only do 30 minutes and 45-minute treatments. Again, you'll know, Holly, thanks for that, Holly, but you'll also know from what your clients book. Do your clients book 45 and 30 minutes more? Is that more popular than your 60 minutes? And if it's that, then certainly go down that route. definitely that you can go down that route. I often see therapists that give off lots of offers and they say, yeah, well, I'm fully booked now because I'm offering £10 off reflexology, or I'm offering £10 off bowing technique. Right, well, you're working, may have a full diary, but you're working more for earning less, where you could be earning more or earning the same and doing less hours. All right, these are the different things that you've got to look at. And like I said, we've got the cost of living crisis. What I want you to think about is, I said, you know your clients better than me, but what I want you to think about is their priorities. What are they prioritizing at the moment? And again, there are people struggling. There are people struggling to keep a roof over their head. There are people struggling to feed the family, etc., etc. I know that's going on. But check out your area and see what's going on in your area. See what it's like with your clients. Yeah, I changed mine to 45 minutes because the room is rented by the hour. Yeah, thanks, Jill. I had one with a room I used to rent, and they used to charge me for the time from the minute my client left the reception to the minute the client got back to reception. So I was also being charged for the time it took them to go up the stairs, get undressed, get on the couch, come off the couch, get dressed and come back down the stairs. So I had to remember that time as well. That again could be happening within the room that wherever you rent. So yeah, you've got to take that into consideration. Good point as well. But yeah, look at what your clients are like. Look what's happening with your clients. What are they prioritizing? What are they giving up? Now, are they giving you up because they see it as a pamper? None of my clients have given the treatments up with me because it's not a pamper for them. It's an MOT, it's maintenance, it's keeping their health and well-being, it's keeping them going every month. If you've got a client that comes to you for a pamper, then that might be something that they give up. But they may also prioritise having their nails done more, taking their dogs to the groomers, going out for a coffee with their sister once a week. Whatever it is, it's looking at what their priorities are. And if your therapy is not a priority, it's going to be a hard time to keep them coming to you with this living crisis that's going on at the moment. But you know your clients, you know what their priorities are, you know what they'll be coming to you. I've got one client that comes to me and she said, if I end up on a desert island, she said it's going to be you and she said it's going to be you, Al, and my Mercedes that's going with me. Not a partner, nothing else. It's me and the Mercedes. We're the ones. That's the ones that she prioritises. I know you're going to look at that, the Mercedes, really, but that's her priorities. So it's, what would you take with you when you ended up on if you ended up on a desert island? What would you take with you? So it's all these things, and again, you can bring these prices in, and you can bring these prices in if you're doing a big lump. You can still bring it in as a gradual. You can bring it as a big lump to the new people, your new clients, because they don't know no difference. But you can give your original clients 3 months notice and say, I'm keeping you at the old price for the next 3 months, then it's going to the new price. Or you can say, if they buy a section, say, of 4 treatments and they get with the 5th one free, you're giving that at that old price. So they've got the next set of 4 or 5 treatments at that old price. But then when they buy the next set, they've got the new price. I know I did it for a few years where I had 2 sets of prices. I had a set price for the new clients and I had a set price for my old clients. And then about 2 years later, the clients then took the big jump, but they knew that was coming. I was comfortable doing that, but that was years ago. I don't now. They get a couple of months' notice, and then they go to the new price. But you've got to think about it. You've got to survive. You've got to live. You've got to work, and you've got to value your work. And if things are becoming a struggle for you, we're seeing loads of businesses that are struggling. We're seeing loads of businesses that are closing down, and you've got to think about it. You might feel that I don't want the hustle anymore. This is not for me. I don't want this struggle. You might be getting to that point yourself, But think about it. See what you can do. See what you can adapt to your business. Can you partner up with anyone? Can you offer anything within the collaboration? I don't automatically think discounting. I'm thinking added value. That you can do a treatment package or a package with somebody else that you can work at, that you can work in together. It might be adapting your business. It might be adapting your therapies, as Jill and Holly have done here, and bringing their therapies down to 30, 45 minutes instead of offering 60. So it might be that way that they're going, that you need to adapt and to work differently. But don't automatically lower your prices because there's a cost of living crisis. Don't think, oh, I'm going to keep my prices as they are now and not up them because of the cost of living crisis. It's not fair on my clients. You've got to live as well. You've got your treatment room, your therapy room, whatever. You've got to support as well. So don't take a pay cut just to keep your clients happy. Your clients might be paying for might still be having their holidays. They might still be going off on their treats. So don't give up for you just to, keep your clients happy. You've got to look after yourself first. So I'd be interested to know what I mean, we know of Denise Duffield Thomas is really good for working with money blocks. And if you've got any, money things there that that you have really difficulties in upping your prices, I'm happy to chat with you about it. If if you're having a problem and you said it's a mind block that you want to have a discussion with, I'm happy to have that as well. But do review it every month, reviewing what's going on. If you know your mobile phone or your internet prices have gone up, again, monitor that, put that in with your monthly review of your costs and see whether your pricing needs to increase as well. So do look at that. But I hope that helps. Like I said, do come in, chat, ask any questions, get any support from any of the therapists in here. I'd be interested to find out how you're getting on, whether you're finding the cost of living crisis affecting you, is affecting the way that you think about your pricing, and what you're doing about it or not doing about it, or how you're feeling about it. Be interested to read your thoughts today. But yeah, pricing, it can be a toughie. It shouldn't be, but it can be a toughie when it comes to putting your prices. Yeah, I ran an offer for 1 week only back in last month for my birthday for Membership Academy, a membership, where I reduced it by £10. It's the only offer I do once a year. For that time, I said I haven't run it since 2019. That's the first time I've run it. So I run it once a year. But that's the only offer I do. I don't do any other offers on the academy. I don't run any cheap price offers within my own hands-on business. It's all added value that I do. So quite happy to have a chat with you about it, or have a chat in here. But that's the Tune In Tuesday today. It's all about pricing, whether it's your mindset, whether it's your money blocks, or whether it's the cost of living crisis, whether you're valuing yourself, what you're doing for your clients or shouldn't be doing for your clients. These are all the things that I hope that we've covered, and that's helped you a bit today. But yeah, as I said, if you do have a look at that. Get Rich Lucky Bitch is one of Denise Duffield Thomas's books that's really good for helping with money blocks. But yeah, it's something that we have to face, and it's something that we have to work through. But I certainly think by reviewing every month what your costs are and valuing yourself makes a difference. I think it's when you're actually looking to see what you're paying out, gives you the eye-opener that you think, blimey, my prices need to go up. And it's often the case when we work from home, we don't consider, because we're working from home, we don't consider what our outgoing costs are. So do have a look. But thanks for joining me today, and I will catch up with you again very soon. Take care. See you next week. Bye for now.